we wanted to do Let's All Smoking,
Yeah, we're supposed to do our...
which is this talk show that has an inappropriate smoking theme. And they didn't like that. That's not a great idea.
No, we couldn't get the couch
Yeah.
and the coffee
And
table.
we can't change the
And we're not
background.
allowed to all smoking.
We can't all smoke. And then we wanted mics to go out in the audience, and they're like, that's a security risk. I'm like, yeah, that's what everybody wants to do is manhandle Doc Hammer with a microphone. And then they asked for, like, who we wanted on it, so I gave them, like, the dream list of who we wanted on the panel.
Who did we want?
Liam
Neeson, obviously.
No,
but-
it was awful. I wanted the general from the car commercials. And
Are those national?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just wanted him for him to come on with his
CG guy
with his little penguin wife. Yeah. Just go, "Roar!"
I don't get that reference.
See,
What?
that's why we
The
didn't.
general, it's a like an insurance commercial with the worst CG little general guy. He's a
Yeah.
little patent guy driving around with a penguin
With a
for
penguin.
some reason.
So it's an animated character.
And sometimes he's at your barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if you're just talking to your
animated
friend
in the
about
worst way.
insurance, he goes, "Well, just ask the general. He's right there."
Oh! 1-800 penguin.
So this would have been a cardboard cutout of the general.
No, I wanted the actual general.
Yeah.
We couldn't get him. And then I asked for the guy from Are You Afraid of the Dark that looks a little bit like Harry Potter. Because I don't know his name. I thought I'd like to see what he looks like.
Sure.
And then I wanted Nelly and the Cheerio Bee. And I knew the Cheerio Bee wasn't going to show up because he's busy. But I knew Nelly was trying to make a comeback, so I'm like, we could probably get Nelly.
Yeah, yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, James Urbaniak.
But you got me. And I must say, like those people you didn't get, I am a peripheral cultural figure, so it all worked out.
He's a lot like the Cheerio Bee.
Yeah.
So how do we handle this panel?
I don't know.
Did that rhyme-ish?
Yeah.
Handle this.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Also, you were supposed to wear your seersucker.
I was going to
suit.
wear a seersucker suit. We had matching suits because we do that.
Yeah.
And I opened up that bag, and guess what was in it? This one. Yeah.
It's a beautiful suit.
It's a gorgeous suit.
And the whole, I don't even know why we wanted to wear them. Maybe to honor the sudden
we
roots
get,
of
like-
the Adult Swim Network.
Because we get wrapped up in
Or is
idiot
it-
ideas.
oh, I know.
Look at Carl Kolchak.
Yes, we wanted to do Kolchak cosplay.
Yeah.
The Night Stalker. But
do
we
the
couldn't
Night
find
Stalker.
giant leather-bound tape recorders.
Yeah, big reel-to-reel tape recorders to go and talk to zombies with.
It's also like Paul F. Tompkins cosplay.
We
A little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, he does a voice for us this season.
Which one?
Paul F. Tompkins.
No, which voice? Can we say as a spoiler? Oh, as a
In flashbacks.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can't tell
Spoil.
you. We
Nah,
can't
we
tell
can't.
you. Yeah, the whole season 6, which we are going to present a
Yeah.
season 6 to you. It's going to happen.
Someday.
Yeah.
We're making it. We're making it now. It's really hard, it turns out.
Yeah. Making a
The
cartoon.
special that we're making is like the most ambitious thing we've ever done. It is like the hardest thing to draw, and it's got like every character, except maybe Brisby, and
And Brick Frog is not in it.
and Otto.
Otto
Otto
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Right.
It's got like everybody else that's ever been in the show in it, pretty much. It
Yeah,
was
it's-
really hard, and
it's
it
a
really put
big
us behind.
cluster. Yeah.
So, but it's coming. We're making it. We're working hard.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But we can't tell you a lot about it because that would be spoilers, and what's
That's
the
what
fun
we
of
never
that?
do.
So what do we do now?
What do we do now?
Can we just go? Is this
Wait,
over?
I did write down the people who did guest voices this year, in case somebody asked. Like, you have any guest stars this year?
And we do have a sizzle reel that does not sizzle. Oh, you know those
Yeah,
things
it
that
will
you
redefine
watch?
sizzle.
Those are called sizzle reels. See, you have to write
In the
that on
biz.
it. Like, yeah, we're making a
Yeah, yeah.
sizzle reel. Oh, it's gonna sizzle. It doesn't sizzle. Ours kind of like if you spit on Pop Rocks. What is that called? That's what our reel does. It kind
It
of
murmurs.
It crackles a little bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't-
Damp crackle.
It doesn't. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you get to
About
watch like spit and sugar.
6 minutes into a bowl of Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soggy crackle. It's a soggy
Like,
crackle.
right when
Yeah.
you stir it, when you think it's all dead, and there's that like
Just that one.
gelatin
yeah,
on
yeah.
the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some better Rice Krispies underneath it, and I mean the classic kind, not the frosted kind.
Should we show that thing?
Do you want to see a
And
sizzle
then
reel?
Then we'll have something
I want
to
to
talk
see
about.
it. I haven't seen any
powerful
of
hot.
this yet.
It's a powerful hot
No,
up
there's,
here.
there's quite the heat up here. Quite close. Quite
Yeah,
close.
I'm gonna take the jacket
Scorcher.
off. I
Yeah.
know you guys are committed. You're committed to your full dandyism, so you can.
I'm committed to not showing everybody the giant sweat stain that starts at my love handle
Mine just
and extends to my
conflates
elbow.
with the page.
No, a gentleman does not remove his coat when seated.
Sir! He does not, sir!
Does not show up to a panel in shirt sleeves.
On a shirt made of his wife's curtains.
Yeah, exactly. It's what it is. It's what it is. I'm ready to watch that sizzle. Who's gonna
Let's
put
dim
the
the
sizzle up?
lights and unimpress you.
Oh, your head's gonna explode. It is exciting.
Sorry, that just made our year.
You have no idea
I
what
don't
that
know if
was
you can
like.
hear it, but he dedicated the song we played in the prom episode to us.
Jarvis Cocker gave us a shout out.
At Radio City Music Hall.
By the way, footnote, this is true. I have twice been mistaken for Jarvis Cocker by drunk men in bars. Two
How did
times.
that go?
How'd that work out
Did
for
they
you?
like
Yeah.
Jarvis Cocker?
Well, I'll tell you the whole story later.
I cannot wait.
One guy bought me a drink, and then I thought he was
Here's
a Venture
later.
Brothers fan. And then as we spoke, I realized he thought I was Jarvis Cocker.
Ah.
And then I felt like the world's biggest asshole, like I was pretending to be famous so he could buy me a drink. And I had to say, no, but I'm an actor and I'm actually on this show. And he'd never heard of it. But then eventually it was all fine.
Was it this show you told him you were on?
Now, that sizzle reel was really good. I liked it a lot.
Thank you, James.
It started as a kind of Max Headroom thing,
It did, James.
where he interrupts the TV.
Well, now you get the.
And then it got into kind of a heavily footnoted, sort of McSweeney's 90s era form of sort of hysterical realism, the Dave Eggers school of heavily footnoted text. There's a lot to take in.
Pulp talked about us.
And Pulp talked about the Venture Brothers.
Pulp talked about the Venture Brothers. Do you know what prolapse is when your anus comes out of your? I got really close to just dropping it on the cheap seats at Radio City. I gave him and a lady friend my Pulp ticket, and I went to like third row balcony, and they said that, and I went, yeah, and everybody looks at me like that has nothing to do with you, you freak. And I'm like, it does.
Venture Brother!
Mimi! They didn't care.
Needless to say, no footage has come back from Korea yet.
Yeah, we would've
Or we would
would've
show
showed
you
more.
everything we have, I swear to God.
I
It's
doubt
on
it.
its way. It's like 2 weeks we get our first cut back.
Season 6 is such hot, new, crazy that if we showed you any of it, we would have to erase your memory or threaten you with like bullying emails. So you wouldn't tell anybody what it is, and you'll all have like phones and you would tweet about it and stuff. So you cannot be trusted with season
your
6
fault.
stuff. So you just have to hope that we forget that we're guarding a secret and just talk about it freely because we're idiots. And if you could do anything, you could bank on our idiocy. Because we are just good at being idiots.
So what do we do?
What
can we tell them?
Did I get enough detail in this story about how guys thought I was Jarvis Cocker?
No, I'm a little fuzzy on the
It's
details.
actually a great story.
I like the Jarvis Cocker story. Oh, tell me again. We could answer questions on the floor.
we can open this up to
where I have to
questions.
go, oh, I can't answer that because it's a spoiler. Oh, if we do answer questions poorly, which is what we're going to do, and poorly is the key word.
But we dressed up.
We look great.
Yeah.
Do not, any questions about what will happen in the Venture Brothers will happen in the Venture Brothers. We can't tell you here. That's not the place to do it.
Depends on the question.
That's inappropriate.
Not
Unless
really.
it's like a vague
That's
question.
why they come to a
Okay,
Comic-Con.
if you go like, well, Venture Brothers.
You've seen the internet, right?
Wait, what? They come to Comic-Con
Yeah.
to find out what's going to happen in the Venture Brothers.
They
in the
don't come
future.
to check out your tie.
They come to
They
look
go,
at risque cosplay.
Sure.
They come to get away from either the humdrum life that they have,
Or the hubbub.
or the hubbub life
Yeah.
that they have.
They
I
come
don't know
to
how
look
you
at
live.
movie posters the size of a building.
Giant movie posters. You get to look at Gotham, which might be Batman Babies. I'm not sure. Because it seems to just have kids on it. I don't know. And I didn't know that till now. So
You like Batman?
do you like here? This
Well,
one
this one you get to see him as a little kid.
Yeah. So if you guys have questions, we'd happily answer them. I'm going to adjust this.
Unless you trip them up like so much Columbo
Yeah.
Yeah.
and make them inadvertently disclose something. There might be some
there's-
Columbos out there.
If there are any Columbo-like or Colombian, is that how you work that? If there are any Colombian people,
Columbovian.
Columbanian,
There you go.
yeah, you feel free to trip us up. I am a
More people got my
stupid person.
Columbo reference than my Max Headroom reference, although Max Headroom was actually a later show.
yeah.
Yeah, but it sucked.
it was
so
awful.
nobody remembers it finally.
It's awful. No, I
So
sat
did
through,
Emily's Reasons Why Not, and I
I
never
sat
stopped
through a
reading
Max
about
Headroom episode recently,
Although
and
that
it's
dude's
horrible.
on Orphan Black now, so he's got work.
Okay, go ahead. You in the
Spoiler,
hazy.
he's not anymore, by the way. But
Sorry. I haven't seen that many of your panels, so forgive me if this has already been asked, but how?
like
No, you can repeat questions.
Okay.
Is Kim coming back? That like peripheral character that was slightly more attractive than everybody else in the cast, and you want to see her again?
That would be a good,
It's a-
good question.
That one has been asked. Go ahead.
No. I was just wondering how you plan out like all those callbacks, because the rewatchability of this show is just amazing. And I just rewatched Hate Floats, and I noticed that you said that most of the henchmen went to I can't even remember his
It doesn't
name,
matter, neither.
Monstroso, and I was just like, oh my god, I remember that episode. How do you do that? How do you? Yeah.
We are big fans of our own television show. And like you, when you watch it and you remember stuff, we remember it and then we write it. And
Yeah.
also, we have our heads so deep up our own buttholes that we can see what we ate yesterday. So it's what is it? It's an act of concern, care, craftsmanship, and narcissism.
yes.
The 4 C's.
The four C's, which
Narcissism is C's in the middle, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like 6 C's in the word
Yeah.
narcissism.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's like
also though,
Hawaii.
sometimes like if we even mention a dude for a second, it's because we couldn't let go of the idea of that guy, and we probably had a whole story for him that didn't fit in that episode. So we go,
That's the
"Well,
narcissism
I
part."
at least got to mention him.
Yeah,
And I've been to the Astro Base and I've never seen a whiteboard, which makes it more impressive.
we have a whiteboard.
Untrue. I have pictures of our whiteboard
Yeah.
here that I can't show anyone.
Oh, you hide it when I
We
show it.
erase it so you won't see it. It just looks
Yeah.
like a wall. But we don't want to give you spoilers.
Even
because
I am not privy to spoilers.
It's called the big board.
the
by
big
way.
board.
Yeah.
And when we write on the big board, which is to craft the show, we call it big boarding. Like there's a verb attached to it. You want to do some big boarding at the base?
Is the big board transparent like on TV procedurals?
I
No.
wish that we could like
No.
grab
Can I tell you something about the
files
big
with
board?
It,
It still has the first thing we ever wrote on it because you should never use color on a big board. So when we first
doesn't
got
erase
it,
as
we
well.
just wrote crazy shit all over it. We can't get
Right.
it off. So if you really look at it, there's like it says like truth, and then all these arrows. We were
I think it might say Tracer thinks he's a Hulk.
Yeah.
In the corner.
Yeah. Really, you can't clean it. If you get a dry erase board, just use black. But that's actually a great question.
That was a good
That was
question.
good.
That was like a process
Yeah,
question.
that actually
I
was
like
a
that
really
one.
good question.
Yeah, we were the only people that can answer that, and that's what makes a good question.
Right.
Like, what time is it, Doc Hammer? What the ask your friend.
I cut my head on a towel
Today?
this morning. A towel dried my hair a
It's
little
physically
too vigorously.
impossible. A sharp towel.
Just in case that's showing.
I put on sunscreen to
Little
do a
red
panel.
dash. What?
I put on sunscreen to do a panel.
Why?
I put on deodorant yesterday and didn't really put on deodorant because I forgot to take the plastic
Yeah.
domey off.
We
I
look-
realized that when I went back the next day to put on more. What?
Yeah. We look well groomed, but we don't know how to do it. Next question, please.
Next question. Is there more than
Dig
one?
the suits,
I
by the
showered.
way. And then, so we've seen, the Monarch and Dr. Venture in college. And, it's so many years later. Does the Monarch even know why he hates Dr. Venture anymore? Or does he just hate him? to
all
hate him?
questions
That's,
about
no, that's not a can you tell me why.
Yes, it
Does
is.
the Monarch
necessarily
Yes,
know?
it is.
story
Stop it.
why does the it's a key part of the show. Like, why does the Monarch hate Dr. Venture?
Right, he's not asking that. He's asking, does the Monarch even know why?
All right, here's your chance to act like you're not asking that. Craft it well.
Maybe. The answer is maybe.
If he just turns around, that's it. Forget it.
There's so many memory wiping devices in our shit. Who knows
I shouldn't have got in line. This is ridiculous. Early in the morning. Forget this.
Hi. Nice outfits, by the way. It's pretty nice.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank- My question is.
This was handcrafted by Rumpelstiltskin and/or Geppetto.
My question is.
Who thought he was making it for Jarvis Cocker?
Thought he was making for Jarvis Cocker. Funny story.
While he was watching the
Funny
Music
story. Let me
Man.
tell you 3 of them.
Question is, there was the device, I believe in season 4, regarding with the orb that was destroyed. What do you think the power of that particular orb had?
That's like, what is a Rusty Venture?
No.
It's like something in the show that we never divulged, but do we have a... I don't know, but I bet it makes a... If you turn it properly, like think of it as the lament configuration for all you Hellraiser fans. I think if there's a way if you turn it that it makes a note that nobody's heard before.
Right.
A musical note.
That may or may
Yeah.
not tear
It's
up the entire atmosphere,
Yeah, it's the note H.
or make everybody in the world happy for the
Yeah,
first
it could
time
make
ever.
you really happy. It
James,
could,
what do you think?
could make you urinate on yourself just a little bit.
Right.
What
But
do I
because the
think?
entire world does it at the same time, we all have an embarrassed little laugh
Yeah.
together. And we're not so different.
And it's bonding.
yeah.
Like everybody dribbled pee-pee at once. And they're,
Right.
you know, it's just like
Yeah.
this, a thousand
and then it becomes
dark
a fashion thing, like a stain on the crotch
little
is like how
bloom
they
to-
make
yeah.
pants now.
Yeah.
So that like if you were born after that thing happened, you kind of pretend you're
Like
older
an
sometimes
inoculation.
by wearing. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I had a little pee-pee bloom on my trousers. I made the mistake of wearing like a light blue color. And it was like black pee-pee.
Wait, this happens all the time at these panels. I missed the segue.
What do you think the orb does?
But how
what do you
did we
think
get
its
to
power
the
was?
pee on the pants? Is that in the
Because
episode?
the orb,
That's one theory.
I like to think that the
Out
orb
there.
can produce the note H. And that note might make you wet yourself a little bit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think it does? The orb from our show.
Go.
Remember the orb?
Remember the orb?
Probably go. Yeah.
Yeah, what do
Sorry.
you
James,
think?
remember?
I think it probably causes like an alternate dimension.
Nice.
That pretty much causes reality to non-exist, since everybody wants that power. I mean, you have the sovereign that literally was afraid
Oh my
of it.
God, you're so...
Yeah.
My pee-pee thing is stupid. That is like an actual good idea, and I'm talking about, maybe people would dribble pee-pee.
Yeah.
That's... Where were you?
No.
I probably wouldn't have destroyed the orb if I came up with
Yeah.
that one.
And I would have erased the whiteboard, everything on it.
I got a great
yeah.
idea. Remember the pee-pee thing? Screw it. Get out of bed. The orb does something cool. Man, that's pretty cool.
That's the official meaning of the orb now.
maybe it does
No,
something
that's-
better than the
the
pee-pee
show's
dribble.
mythology is crowdsourced.
Maybe we'll put it together again and give you more orb. There's always that
Yeah.
possibility.
But you can't use his idea or he'll sue you.
No, you can use my idea. I'm not going to sue you. It's terrible.
No, he said it publicly. We filmed it. We own that footage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Any
can I-
suggestions made in the Hilton
What if I
Bayfront are property of
publicly
Adult
give
Swim?
him my pee-pee idea?
That's fine. That's
Yeah, yeah.
fine.
Like, I, Doc Hammer, hereby
We might need
just
that,
claim
man.
all rights to
We really might need that.
the H note making pee-pee.
Come on, H note's pretty good.
H note's good. Oh,
Yeah.
you can't have
You
H
can't
note.
have H note. You can't
have
have that
H
part.
note. That's
we
fine.
might use that.
I just said it.
Yeah.
I just said it. My lawyers are on this. But the little bit of pee-pee, do what you can with it.
Yeah.
Craft it. Because a little
And
bit
then
of
sell
pee-pee goes a
t-shirts
long
about
way.
it.
Yeah. Little bit of pee-pee t-shirts.
Next, sir.
It's like a little dark state on it. It says little bit
Is
of
that
pee-pee.
the only mic, or are we like ignoring another line?
Yeah, be
like,
calm.
sometimes they
Little
do
bit of pee-pee.
8
Stay
of them.
calm. Yeah.
This is what we call a hammer corner at these forums, where he gets into some kind of little
I wear sunglasses.
So he gets in a
Excretory
flurry.
Yeah.
He gets in a flurry.
juncture.
My eyes are rolled back into my head when I do this. So I wear sunglasses so you don't know that I'm getting this information from the elders.
The ether.
Yeah, the wise ones. The
Are
old-
you on
the
edibles
ancient
right
ones.
now?
I'm on chewables. I'm jacked up on chewables.
Because I got to say, I've seen your show. You guys must be on drugs.
Yes, that's what we do. Best way to write is to get just hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're funniest when you're about to fall asleep. Next question.
Hello, gentlemen, what would Colonel get?
Where are you coming from? Flail.
The same place everyone else is speaking from.
Really? That's
Yeah,
it?
Everyone's going up to that mic.
Oh, hi. Okay, go ahead.
What would Colonel Gentleman be buying at this year's Comic-Con? And more Vangloria, please.
More Vangloria. What would Colonel
Yeah,
Gentleman?
more
What would be
Vangloria.
on Gentleman's list to get?
I think he would be entirely
Make
looking for
Monarch.
stuff for Misha.
yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be getting stuff for his dog.
Yeah,
to
like
costume
little
his dog.
Costume, but that would fit a Misha.
Yeah, that would fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
She needs a Boba Fett hoodie.
Yeah.
No, this is Jenga, you bastard.
Yeah. You can tell by
I
the
said
colors.
Boba. Classic.
Yeah, he'd be buying stuff for his dog, like little costume pieces that were for kids,
Yeah,
but he
or-
tried to wedge his dog
And action
into it.
figures to put on her
Yeah,
to
like-
make her into a battle.
She's
yeah.
an AT-AT walker.
She's an AT-AT. These are stormtroopers getting out of it. There's a wee Luke climbing up in her belly.
Yeah. It's just like a little string
He's
with
gonna
Luke
like
underneath
shape
it.
her belly. He's gonna put a hand grenade in there.
Yeah. That's what he'd do.
More Vangloria.
Can I say that whoever asked that question is a genius? He got a voice out of us.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
That was clever.
That was really good. Because I am hell-bent on just talking about what comes out of my penis. And you got...
There it is.
You got a voice, so whatever you got, teach it.
Yeah, but I've been talking in Dr. Venture's voice since we started.
You've
the
been talking to
panel.
Dr. Venture's voice since puberty. Yeah. It's possible that I have Billy's voice without the lateral lisp all the time. I've been told that by the elders in a dream.
After collaborating with Telltale on Poker Night at the Inventory, have you guys thought about doing a season like what Borderlands or Game of Thrones is doing with them?
I have no idea what anybody's
I
doing
think
with
you
that. I don't know. What did
I heard
tell
you,
us about
I
that.
heard you said after the Claude rating of the Telltale.
After you guys collaborated with Telltale Games on Poker Night at the Inventory,
Yeah.
did you guys ever think about doing anything more with them, like a season of Venture Brothers?
Like as a game,
We
no.
could think about it, but nothing's going to happen.
We're too we have a hard enough time making a show for you. We weren't that involved with that thing. To their credit, like they wrote a script that was very in Brock's voice, and I read it and went, yeah, that's good. He might call, Hunter instead of Gathers or whatever he would, that
Right.
was that
And
was
he would
it.
call Doc,
But-
not
And
Rusty.
I was like, and Patrick Warburton's gonna do it, and he's gonna bend the lines the way he knows how to do. So it was that was it.
And you've seen like what we release as stuff. Like instead of giving you cool toys, we have these dollies and cloth outfits. Like our idea of marketing is horrible. So if they came to us, we would somehow talk them into a choose your own adventure book.
Yeah. No, we a CD-ROM.
Yeah, a CD.
Because, so it's for computers. All right, a CD-ROM. They don't even have drives anymore.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be like Riven. That's what the kids are playing, right? All the kids on Friendster, they're playing Riven. So yeah, we'd ruin it because we are idiots.
Yes.
Hey guys, huge fan of Jacket. I wonder if we're ever going to get another single, maybe an EP, maybe a full length.
No, you're no. We
never a full length. Absolutely no. Probably not an EP.
I'm glad we got that out of our system.
Yeah.
But I'm also glad that we didn't go bananas with it.
Yeah. Although
So-
making a whole special is a little bananas.
That's bananas, but it was we could have
But
gone more bananas.
That's the most.
We could have done a tour. We could have pretended some cared about shallow gravy.
No, they did have the diarrhea song though. After that.
We had a do you remember the diarrhea
There was a
song?
follow-up that you only heard pieces of.
Yeah, you hear a little
That was
bit.
in the show, right? That's not
It's
next
in the
season.
show.
Okay.
You can hear the lyrics. It's a list of like presidents that died of diarrhea.
Right.
And you heard me correctly. A list
Yeah.
of presidents that died of diarrhea. It was a real killer of great men.
Right.
It's not called diarrhea for nothing.
Yeah.
So that's what that song was about.
But we never finished it. Like we
No.
did like 20 seconds.
Yeah, we
of
do
it
the
just
verse
for
of
that.
every song. Jacket didn't have a chorus till the day before we did the long version of it. It was just always a list of jackets. Presidents died of diarrhea. Yes. Learn your history. It's terrifying.
Polk. Was Polk one of them? I forget.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi. Do you have an end in mind for the show, or are you just going to continue improvising until Adult Swim cancels you?
Yes.
I love the show. I'm just wondering.
What if we decide to cancel ourselves and Adult Swim begs us to keep making them and we say, screw it? What if we're in the power position?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're just going...
The dragon seat, if you will.
Yeah, we're in the dragon seat.
The Seinfeld seat is what that is.
Yeah. And we just go, we need a little bit more. We need all the prizes in the back of a grit ad. I need the 10-speed. I need the bow and arrow set. The baseball mitt. Sailboat.
Maybe a tent.
A tent.
Did you say tent?
Tent. Maybe we'll play that kind of a game.
Yeah.
We do have endings. We have a
Sort
long,
of, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a,
Every
we have
once
a
in a while we
longer
think
arc.
of one and then we change our mind.
We pretend that we're making this shit up as we go along, but we do have it kind of figured out, or I'm lying to you about one of the two things that I've said.
Yeah.
I remember it may have been 3 or 4 years ago, Jackson just was, I don't remember the details of the ending, but you told me the song you wanted to play during the final episode, which I will not reveal. Is that still in your mind?
I don't like the song. Yeah, it's been used in
No, I
another
love
movie.
that. Yeah, it's been used.
Yeah.
But that's no longer the ending I would make. It's actually no longer applicable.
Yeah, we've changed.
Considering the story changes.
So yeah, we
that
have
coming.
The ending we're thinking
don't
of in
know.
our head will probably not be the one we use because that's who we are.
Right.
So we have a long arc for it, and then we up the whole way because we decide that like, oh, we got to do more shit with
Well,
Billy.
in the process of creating it becomes something else, obviously.
Right.
Correct. That is correct, Mr.
How-
Jarvis Cocker.
This goes out to the Venture Brothers.
That was the worst.
That's how he
That
talks.
was, that was your David Bowie from the show, plus like hoarseness. Yes, question.
This is the last question.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
That was quick.
All right. Yeah.
barely
No,
answered
we'll end up doing 2 minutes, I'm sure. All right. We'll.
It's going to be a
If
little
it's a good
anticlimactic,
question.
sorry. But last year you mentioned a Art of the Venture Brothers book from
Yes.
Dark Horse.
We're working on
We're
it.
trying. That is making a book and doing production is a pain in the ass.
Making a book, and it's getting all that art together is a big thing. So we're like working with a writer, like basically doing an interview style and going through the art, and they're making up the copy now. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but at this point it might have some season 6 stuff in it.
That'd be nice.
Because we're taking forever, but it's on its way.
It does. It takes us a long time to do everything, but we like to pretend or lie to ourselves and say that the quality would not exist if we didn't take that kind of time. So you decide. You know, look, as a fan of Sherlock, I'm very happy with sitting back for 2 years and watching Archer. You know, like there are other things to do, and then when it comes back on, I go, great, more Sherlock, but I'm not screaming like, wow, I need Sherlock right now. Okay, I do a little bit. Like right when the season ends, I'm like, I want more now.
Yeah.
But now I'm okay with it, except that I just said it and I'm starting to think like I want more Sherlock.
Right.
I know how you guys feel.
What should we tell them before we go? We're working on it. We got a signing tomorrow at the Adult Swim booth, which is 3721, and that is at noon. And we have another signing on Sunday at noon, which is at the Entertainment Earth table, which is booth 2343. So come on by.
So write
to
it
that
down
if you
in-
want
in the
something
dark.
with our name on it.
And that's
Right.
it. And we're going to have a season 6. It's great. We have not lost any steam. We still love doing this show as much as we did in season 2, right? Did you love it more
I'm
in
having
season
a
1?
super bad year, but I love the show.
Yeah, but you love the show. You're having a bad year because
I don't
you
like
care.
making it, but I love it. I love the show.
Look, that tune will change. It'll be in the
Yeah.
Kia H eventually. Trust me. But it's gonna be great. We're hyper convinced of it. Super convinced? Extra
Yeah.
convinced?
So thank you for coming.
Yeah.
We're at 0.
And thank you for waiting.
Thank you for waiting.
You will be rewarded.